What is going on, everybody? It is September 12th, 2016, and this is episode 2 of the Gamers Archive. Today, we are going to be joined once again by one of the other halves of the podcast. We got Brandon Royal Eller. I know we haven't really talked too much today, had much time to prepare for this, so I haven't had a chance to ask you. How you doing this evening, good friend?
I'm doing alright, man. I'm ready to talk about some Skyrim.
Oh, I know you are.
Shit fly, man. What about you? You ready?
I'm always ready to talk about Skyrim. I know it's something we've talked about doing since. I think it was one of the first ideas we had. Even though we've had like a million so far, of like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. But like one thing we were really excited to talk for is Skyrim. For those of you who have absolutely no idea what Skyrim is, like you've been living under a rock for the last 5 years. Basically, it's a game. It's a fifth installment in the Elder Scrolls series, where your character, you find out that you're dragonborn, which means that you can shout like dragons, learn all these powers, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And the main goal for the main quest is to go to Sovngarde and take out the head dragon who was kind of sent back in time using a scroll that is now, coming back. Or no, I think he was casted ahead in time. And the time...
It's also confusing. Time travel stuff is very confusing.
Yeah, especially if you're using like a piece of parchment, like a scroll or whatnot. But today we're going to talk about, of course, not only the game that everybody loves, the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. We'll be also talking about the things that people are not too excited about, and that is the remastered version. For those of you who haven't heard, at E3, Bethesda announced that they're going to be doing a remastered Skyrim, and we're gonna have a sound off with our very own Royal. He's got some very choice words.
Yeah,
so
fuck up.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty interesting one. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and show you guys a video. It comes from this guy. Oh, I'm a little bit unprepared here. Is Writer Games, and he did a Let's Play Skyrim. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play this in the background, so you're not just looking at a straight black screen. If you want to look at it, awesome. If you don't, you've never played the game, whatever. You do what you want, just as long as you're listening to us talk. That's the only thing that matters. But anyway, okay, I really have nothing but incredible things to say about the 2011 Skyrim, because I spent probably about 2,000 hours total playing this game.
Man, you and everybody else. But if I'm not mistaken, this was your first type of RPG, correct?
It was my second, actually. The very first one that I played was actually Oblivion.
Ah, good old Oblivion.
Yeah, Starplatz, who is not with us in this cast today due to, he's at work, a current conflict in schedule. I forget where he was at. I think he was visiting family, and I wanted to play something on Xbox, and I just couldn't think of what I wanted to play. So I told him, I was like, hey, I'm going to borrow a game. So I went to his house, and then I saw Oblivion there, and I remember him playing it, and it looked kind of cool. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Everyone seems to think that Oblivion's this really great game, and it was the worst idea that I ever had in my life, because my soul was instantly consumed by Bethesda.
Man, that's how they get you. They draw you in with the flashy openings and immense amount of story and the character progression, nonetheless. That's how they get you, though. They want you to see it just so beautiful. You know what I mean? It's got to have an allure to it.
Yeah, the only thing one of the things I don't like, I instantly feel like I'm set up for failure, because like in the beginning in both games, you're like caught in some way. Like in Oblivion, you're in a jail. You're in jail. In Skyrim, you're about ready to go get your head cut off. So.
And it's always crazy. They make you seem like you're a bad guy right from the start.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you're not even on the list. So, like,
no.
How the hell did you even get there to begin with? And two, like, they don't even try to reason with you. They're just like, he's not on the list. What do we do? He goes to the block. It's like, hey.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, it was instantly tilted. Like, as soon as I started the game, so I'm thinking, oh, good, my guy's really good at getting caught. But, like, the actual game,
My guy is a terrible thief, basically.
He's a terrible thief, and I'm not even in the Thieves Guild yet. No wonder, Brynjolf doesn't even want me to join right away. He has to test me immensely, and then I, 9 times out of 10, fail the quest because you don't have your sneak up that early.
Oh, man. You just gotta sneak through the beginning area.
That's
how you do it.
Yeah, it's not like how it was in Oblivion, because I remember in Oblivion, you were just able to go to the Red Omen Inn, and you're able to we were supposed to kill, like, Lucy in the Chance tells you to kill somebody in their sleep. Like, you can just, like, kneel in the corner and just use a rubber band and hold the joystick up, and your guy just keeps running into the wall, and it's a quick way to, like, level up your sneak.
Yep, I remember that fondly.
But there's not really... I've only remembered a couple spots in this game where you could kind of find a glitch. But that's for another time. This is about the game and whatnot. But anyway... Alright, let's talk about the things we do like about it. Since I went first... Or no, you went first on the Naruto game, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, then piss off. It's my turn to go first. My turn.
Yeah.
Okay, things I like about Skyrim. It'd probably be a lot easier to just name the things I didn't like about Skyrim.
Go for it, man.
No, that'll be a different subject, but I literally loved everything about this game. I liked the fact that the customization is so ridiculously in-depth that no two characters are alike. You focus on different characteristics. You get the fact that you can do anything you want. Like, if you want to be a dark elf who excels in destruction, and you want him to be like an archer, or you want him to be like a bruiser, you have the ability to do that. You're not, like, limited to certain things. And I also like the fact that the map it's a very wide map, kind of like how Oblivion was. But you remember in Oblivion, as soon as you got out of Kvatch, you were able to just... Or no, wait, you didn't get out of Kvatch. No, Imperial City. I'm sorry, because you were in the prison. You
got out of the sewer.
Yeah, you were instantly able to fast travel to any of the cities.
Yep.
Like, with Skyrim, you have to actually discover the city. Now I know you can use the carriage and the wagon, to hitch a ride. But I mean, it's the fact that you have to discover them before you can actually go to them. So that's another thing I liked. And the fact that, man, there was so many caves. And because I remember in Oblivion, there was like 6 different caves. And that was literally it. Like, they would recycle caves with just different characters in it. Or, like, different enemies. But
same with the ruins as well.
Yeah, the whole layouts were absolutely identical. Like, for the exception of, like, the 6 that they used over and over. With Skyrim, you didn't have that. You had different challenges, you had a different setup, and everything you went into to make you actually feel like you were in a different cave, not the same one you've been in 600 different times, just on a different side of the map. But... I want to limit to the things that I want to say that I like, but I love the Daedric in this game. I love the Daedric. Yeah. Not only just the gear and how insane the gear looks compared to Oblivion, but the weapons itself are absolutely incredible, and the quests are so much cooler this time around.
Yes, they definitely were a lot cooler. I always enjoy doing the Daedric Lord quests. Always fun. Even the Sheogorath one was,
Sheogorath.
It's amazing, but it was pretty great.
Oh man, I will still always love the Jabberwock.
Oh man, the staff thing that just has random effects.
Yeah, Sheogoth's like Nightmare was like, it was such a crazy setup. Like the whole Dreamland thing, it was nuts, but it was so cool. Like the whole setup of that was just awesome.
I was so disappointed he didn't have a bigger part in Skyrim. You know, I mean, he had his own DLC in Oblivion. You'd think they would have maybe delved a little bit further into that, but nope.
That was Shivering Isle, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I thought that was the one. Okay,
where it was split right down the middle.
They've had so many, and I think didn't you catch the? I think it was like in the middle of like the lake, like right outside of the Imperial City.
God, I'm not sure. I think it was closer to the bottom of the map in Oblivion.
I might be thinking of another. Like, was there another DLC? I can't remember.
Knights of the Nine.
That honestly might have been Knights of the Nine.
That's probably what you're thinking of.
I don't know. There's just so many different things to get caught up in, but I'm trying to. As far as the side quests, which is, I mean, come on, who gets into the game and then instantly does the main quest? Like
me, I do.
You really?
I want to get the thing done. You know, I want to get through it so that I can enjoy the rest of the game. I mean, granted, I'll do side quests as I'm going through the story. You know, I won't just plow through the story, but the whole thing for me is I want to get to the end. You know, I want to see what happens so that the side quests that pertain to the story make a little more sense.
Oh man, that's exactly what I want to do, is do the side quests. Like instantly, as soon as I get out, I instantly go to Dark Brotherhood. That is the very first thing I go for.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, like not only is the armor, yeah, and that's one thing I did really enjoy, was a lot of the side quests were, or like a lot of the side things were much cooler. Like the only thing I think I didn't like as much was the Mages Guild.
It felt like it was lacking.
I felt like it was, yeah, I felt like a little rushed. But as far as like the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, I really, really liked the Thieves Guild, because I think it's really cool how they make you like believe one thing and then something completely different happens. I almost said what happened, but I don't want to ruin it.
Psyche.
Let's just say my favorite character in that game is Carlia.
Oh, yeah,
because and I hate Mercer Frey. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's not a huge tip off at all.
Mercer Frey sucks and Carlia is great. Yeah, but I generally like bad guys. So, oh, but which one's the bad guy? Oh, there you go. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm just gonna keep dropping major hints. I know, but enough about me talking about it. What did you enjoy about the game?
I liked the different conjuration spells. See, for me, I always go straight conjuration first thing, always. And in any Bethesda game that has any sort of summoning magic, that's what I'm going for first.
So is that why you enjoy running magic, or I'm sorry, intelligence in Legends?
Oh yes, definitely.
That's going to be a different game that we'll talk about in the future, but yeah, I agree with you completely. Like, I like the list of spells. They're a lot more versatile this time around. There's a lot more you can learn. And I think I speak for both of us when I like the fact that now you don't have to choose 7 major skills, because every skill is a major skill.
Yeah,
and
that was an odd point in Oblivion.
Yeah, and even though I know you can't see the screen right now, but they're showing the lock picking, and that's another thing. So much better.
Yeah, you don't have to auto lock pick, you know, yourself to
yes. You have to actually. Yep, I loved it.
Another thing I really enjoyed in Skyrim was the different types of armors they had, and especially later in the game, you know, when you got to see the glass armor and the dwarven armor and all that, you know, other stuff. It just opened up the game even more, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's the major thing about this game, is that it really opens up a lot. Where Oblivion was, it opened up a bit, but it was still a very like closed-in kind of game. Yeah.
I mean, at least half of the game is a grind, to be brutally honest. I mean, you're grinding for, either skill ups, or you're grinding for some gold to get that item, and the mage guild thing. It's usually a grind. But in Skyrim, it wasn't so much of a grind. It kind of had a free flow feel to it.
Yeah, like 9 times out of 10, starting Oblivion, about 10 minutes through, I would be instantly doing that scroll glitch.
Oh, yeah. Where you glitch like 10 scrolls to fall, and then you pick them all up and you sell them right away, and you just keep like 1 or 2 of them.
Yep.
I know what you mean. I did the same thing with the goblin stat that you got in the sewer.
Yep, you can duplicate items and stuff. Like, it's just because I didn't. The early game was a little bit, kind of boring, and I just wanted to. I didn't want to have to wait to get some good stuff. I just wanted good stuff right away.
Hey, I understand. I mean, doing the glitch in Skyrim as well to get a little extra gold so you can get a couple houses in different areas.
Yeah, exactly.
You want that feeling of accomplishment, I suppose.
Exactly.
Having, like, all the houses in all the major cities.
Yeah, I really like the fact that you can buy houses.
And even with the Hearthfire DLC to make your own house, that was very amazing.
I actually I did not play Hearthfire.
Really?
I did not play it, no.
Well, you're able to actually adopt children or have children.
Yeah, I read about that.
Significant other. It's a very interesting concept. Granted, the kids really did nothing. I mean, that's surprising.
So it's basically just like real life kids. Kidding.
Basically,
except not really.
Real life.
And now,
you slowly hate them.
Yeah, now we mentioned the marriage, for those who don't know, you can get married in this game, along with buying a house, live with your wife. You leave for days on end. She opens a shop, makes you money. But like back on the marriage, did you ever have just like one specific person that you always married every time you created a character?
Oh man, I would probably have to say the chicken Whiterun that you give the mammoth tusk to.
Oh man, that was like
Because she already had her own business set up,
like wasn't it like Yoslata?
Yeah, something. It's a Y something name. I know that.
Yeah. I always went with Aela the Huntress from the Companions.
That's a good choice.
I like redheads, man. I can't help it.
I can't help it.
I can't help it, man. There's something about the red hair and the like paint on the face that makes it look like like she could just rip my face off in 5 seconds, and before I even had a chance to like say, "Hey, my face is already off." There's just something about that I like.
Already stoked about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? But okay, we talked about the stuff we did like, and I know you mentioned the whole grinding thing, so I'd like to get back to that a little bit, or at least that kind of topic of thing about the stuff we didn't like about it. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. There's really nothing that I disliked about this game. The only thing I did dislike was I wish that the Mages, or the College of Winterhold, aka the Mages Guild, was a little bit longer. That's the only thing that I would change. So I'll let you. Is there anything that you want to touch on that you didn't like about it?
I really didn't like the Thieves Guild quests that much. Like later on, they got relatively interesting, but like breaking into someone's basement and then getting caught while you're trying to pick a safe lock is not fun. That's not my forte. I would rather just run up in the building, 2 weapons out, and just slaughter everybody. But
yeah,
that's just my play style.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, I liked the Thieves Guild much better around like almost halfway through it. This is when it really started picking up. So that's when it got like really good. Earlier on, it was a little bit. You weren't really too into it. There's one more thing I didn't like. I did not like how at the very, very end, I mean, of course, just like in every Elder Scrolls game, you become the leader of the Thieves Guild. That's just... I didn't ruin anything, because that's just how it is in every game.
Yeah.
You have to do, like, a ridiculous amount of quests to get the achievement for getting the guild back on its feet. And it's just the same stuff over and over again. You're going to the same houses.
The Dark Brotherhood quest. You know,
exactly.
It's literally the same quest. You're going to the same place to kill the same person. That's not fun.
I know, and it's like it really makes you like not feel like much of an assassin because like you kill them.
Feel like a leader.
Oh, something did pop on the screen. I want to go back to something I liked. Alchemy. I love the alchemy in this game. How
Alchemy
each
in Oblivion was really weird.
It was very basic. Like, okay, you could combine bread and cheese, and if for some reason that gives you a health potion. But like, the fact you actually had to find the properties of every single piece by eating it. Yeah, exactly. So like, you had to taste it in order to know what it did, and then you unlocked more as you combined potions. But okay, we're kind of like going forward to backtracking. That's why I think it was a terrible idea that I put this gameplay on, because all I want to do is just enjoy the gameplay. So okay, we're gonna move to oh boy, we're gonna move to another topic in this podcast. It's going to be about the Skyrim remaster that is going to be.
Damn it.
That's why I kind of like. Oh boy. So.
You knew it was coming, man.
How about I'll just touch base on it, and then I will give you the floor to.
Right.
Because I know you have some very colorful choice words. So I'm like, what I'll do is I'll just mention it a little bit, and then I might ask you a couple things, but most of the time I'm just going to let you just talk until you're blue in the face. So,
all right.
Okay, as far as the remaster, when I first heard about it, I was very confused. Like, I sat here scratching my head, sitting here thinking, wait, why are we gonna remaster Skyrim for? I mean, Skyrim looks fantastic. Compared to Oblivion did not have really the greatest graphics. I mean, for its time, it was pretty average graphics, but when Skyrim came out, it was like 9 times out of 10 people were talking about how great the graphics were, how great the world looked. I mean, the trees looked real, the water looked incredible, the mountains looked beautiful. It was just a very like visually pleasing thing. And the fact that, you know, here we are sitting here wanting an Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, this has been 5 years since the release of Skyrim. We're sitting here, at this point we've beaten the games 600 times, and Elder Scrolls Online can only get so fun. So,
because you got to pay.
Exactly.
To enjoy it.
Exactly, and we're at the point now where we're just sitting here thinking, okay, Oblivion came out in what, 2008?
I would say that.
So
it's 2008.
Okay, so it took 3 years to come out with Skyrim. It's been 5 years, and we really have nothing based on Elder Scrolls 6. At E3, Bethesda didn't really release any information on it. The only thing they really released was that there was going to be a Skyrim remaster. Now, I think if anything in that series would need a remaster, it would be Oblivion, because Oblivion was a fantastic game.
Thank you.
Oblivion was a great game. Now, I actually would say that it's my second favorite game of the series, barely ahead of Morrowind, but still my second favorite game of the series. You know, I played that game for hours and hours and hours, and I enjoyed it so much. But I feel like a remaster with that, like if you had Oblivion with like Skyrim-ish graphics, that would just make the game so much better. Because the only super negative that I had about that game was that it looked a little flat. It wasn't a pop off the screen and make you like, holy hell, this is awesome. So the fact that they're giving Skyrim the remaster over Oblivion, like, I would have even been okay if it was Morrowind.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people really didn't start getting into the Elder Scrolls until Oblivion. That was around the time where the Elder Scrolls, like, hit super popularity. Now, I mean, it was still a popular series when Morrowind came out, but as far as, like, Arena, and, like, Daggerfall and stuff like that, not many people really have played that game, or any of those games. And when Morrowind came out was kind of when, you know, stuff started taking off. Then Oblivion, it got pretty big. And then when Skyrim came out, it just, everybody knows Skyrim. Even if it's the only game you've ever played, you're a fan of the Elder Scrolls. So I am scratching my head at the fact that Skyrim is getting the remaster when it already looks like it's a remastered game.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the only thing that I really have about it. And I know you've been waiting for this moment all day. So I am going to ask the question, Brandon Royal Eller, how do you feel about Bethesda releasing at E3 that there was...
already laughing. I know my answer.
Because I've known you for a while, so I know how you react to things, but I feel like you're just going to completely blow it away here. So I'm going to ask you right now, what do you think about Skyrim being the game chosen to get the remaster?
I think it's fucking stupid. I think it is probably one of the worst choices they could have fucking made, to be brutally honest. They could have done so many different things, you know? I just don't understand why they would remaster a 5-year-old game. You know, they're basically tossing a mod on Skyrim, you know, to make it HD. And granted, terrific. It's coming with the expansions. It should. You know what I mean? I if I'm buying a remastered game, I don't want to buy the remastered DLC. But the point is, why are we being charged $60 for the same game with just a mod on it?
No, I understand completely. Like, it does seem kind of weird because most people just, you know, they bought the game once and they've already downloaded mods onto it as well. This is kind of just like Bethesda saying, hey, you can use a mod in this game. We allow it on this one.
It's just a complete cash out, I think, on their part. I mean, PC gamers, yay for them. They're able to get it for free if they have Skyrim and the DLCs, you know? But what about the people on other systems? What about the people that didn't get an Xbox One or PS4? What about the people on PS3 and Xbox 360? They're not shown any love whatsoever.
No, like, I'm still scratching my head. No, trying to figure out why. I just feel like it's a complete cash grab here. I mean, and I really think that a lot of people are not going to be very happy, you know, with the result of this, because they're going to get the remaster and be like, oh, this is pretty much the same thing I paid for.
Great, snow looks a little better, and trees look like better trees.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, yeah, no crappy trees in this game.
I would want, and I don't think that's what the other consumers would want. I think they would want a remaster of a old beloved game such as Oblivion, or as you touched on earlier, Morrowind, or anything else at all. It could have been. It didn't even have to be an Elder Scrolls game. They could have remastered fucking Bully. Like, anything at all, dude.
Oh, Bully.
It's just so upsetting to see that all they're doing is tossing an HD mod on Skyrim, charging us $60. That is not right in any form, way you want to look at it. It's not. It's just bad. And I'm gonna read you a quote, okay, from a source that I had gotten online. And Hines explained, it's not impossible to bring Oblivion to like a remastered Skyrim level, but it's monotonous. See, right there, they're showing that they really don't want to do anything too time-consuming. Why? I don't know. It's not like they're doing anything else. But he further explains that It was either like, go make a new game or do Skyrim, end quote. They're just literally saying, we just wanted to cash out on Skyrim again.
Yeah.
We don't care what the consumers want. We wanted to remaster a 5-year-old game that really didn't need it.
I don't know, man. It's
It's just,
no.
it pisses me off. I feel like the company is not listening to consumers. And Blizzard did that, and look where they are now with Legion. A lot of people are infatuated with it
Right.
because they listen to the consumers. That's the big thing when you're a multi-billion-dollar company. Listen to the people paying you money for your game.
Right. Hold on, stop you real quick. We ended that gameplay, so I'm gonna actually pull up a video. It's Vlad ID Jr. This is just one of the Daedric quests. It's Boethius Calling. So have that for your people's viewing pleasure. I'm sorry to cut you off. I know you were just like red hot right now, so we'll go ahead and.
It's fine.
To be completely honest, I thought it was going to be a little bit worse.
I mean, I love Bethesda. I do. They made a lot of really good games over the years, still playable today, you know? And for what it is, it's a good company. Not great, not amazing, but it's a good company. But what they're doing to us in the current state is not okay. I'm not down with being charged $60 for a modded version of Skyrim. You know, I don't think anyone really is. But again, I'm going to take a quote from another source.
Sure.
Someone, I'm not sure who, I don't have the name, but they said, if you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. That's obviously, right? I would prefer to buy something that I would want. You know, something that everyone would want.
I don't know, man. I really enjoy buying things I don't like.
It's
kind of my thing.
I feel like saying, if you don't want that, don't buy it, is just kind of saying, fuck you. We did it anyway. It's just a real slap in the fucking face.
Right.
To me, and I think to a lot of other people that feel the way I do. You know? Because, like I've been saying this whole time, it's not alright. You can't charge people $60 for a fucking game that you threw a HD mod on. That's like me remaking, I don't know, Dishonored and putting a HD mod and saying, hey, this is the new Dishonored remastered, give me $60 for it. No one would do that. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. That's the fact that, like, and not to mention Dishonored, you know, it's not a very old game. I think that came out in, what, 2012 or 2013?
Yeah, I think it was closer to 2012, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember. I actually just got it last year.
Next remastered game, because it seems like Bethesda's doing a certain cycle of games they just created that they want to remaster.
I don't know, man. I would really enjoy to see a Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Remaster 2. I would really like to see the follow-up for that.
Yeah, now with HD water and mushrooms.
Oh, thank God. I'm definitely paying
the mushrooms.
$60.
What we were missing.
$60 for better mushrooms, man. That's this is just sounding like a drug deal.
It's just horrible. I don't understand how a company can do this and be okay with it and just say, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
No, I agree. I think it's.
I want to buy something that's not Skyrim again.
Yeah, I mean, we've been speculating for a long time. When the Elder Scrolls 6 will be coming out, we've seen posts on it, whether it be would be Valenwood, like whether they would actually. I wouldn't mind Valenwood because I do like the Wood Elves, so I would enjoy. So I would enjoy it. Now, it's been circulating for the last few years. I've seen, people commenting, yeah, this could be real. People saying, oh, this is fake. I mean, it's just I haven't really heard anything from Bethesda or anybody through there thinking. I think they're kind of just keeping us on our toes while they hurry up and they're like, oh man, we got to make this game. It's a great idea. We didn't think of it, but let's make it.
I mean, the way I see it, they're already doing nothing. You know, they're not making a new game right away, obviously, or why would they remaster a 5-year-old game right away? But
Yeah, like I think the most recent thing they've done, like outside of this, is creating the Elder Scrolls Legends card game, where that's really anything too crazy, because they're using this kind of the same characters. But I mean, this is of course a different video for that game. But yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, I really feel like it's just a straight cash grab. It's not we really want to care about our fan base and this and that and give them what they want. I mean, I probably 3 people out of every Elder Scrolls fan wants a remastered Skyrim, because it's just going to end up like every other game. It's going to be it's going to be big for about a couple months, and then nobody's going to care about it anymore.
it's just a shame, you know. They could have done so much better. You know, if they would have just remade Oblivion or Morrowind or anything at all, other than a 5-year-old game, you know, that already has HD mods for it.
Yeah.
Now, terrific. They're making mods available for platforms, you know, for consoles and whatnot.
Right.
Again, it's not worth $60 to me.
No,
It's near fucking insanity to pay $60 for a game you probably already fucking have.
yeah, this is basically Elder Scrolls 5.5. Like, it's not really anything new. Like, I would feel better if they somehow got the property, the owner to you remember that old cell phone game called Snake?
Yeah.
Where you had to go around Snake. And yeah, I would love
if an old track phone.
Hell yeah, man. 2 4 6 and 8.
That's how you move.
It was I would love to see, Bethesda get a hold of that and own it, and then make a remastered version of that if they want to make a remastered version of something so bad. I'd rather see Snake.
It could have been just a much better choice.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, I can't even fucking fathom the thought process they had to go through by picking Skyrim out of all their games. You know? I mean, Fallout 3. Everyone loved Fallout 3. Why not remaster that? Why not? What, because you have Fallout 4?
Yeah, and that's the thing, with the Fallout series, it's a lot like the Elder Scrolls. It gets better with every single game that comes out.
I definitely agree.
Now, although I will always have a special place in my heart for New Vegas, because that game was my shit. I loved that game so much. And it's funny because most people didn't, but I love how I'm talking about one game and then we get off topic to another game, because we just have all these ideas for videos we want to do.
Hey man, it counts. It's all Bethesda.
It's Bethesda, so yeah. As long as we're not talking about anything not Bethesda, I think it would kind of work. Because I know when we'll do more Bethesda games. Obviously we're going to do an Elder Scrolls Legend video that will probably mention Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, and all that stuff in that video too. We'll do a video on Fallout, and then we'll talk about Skyrim and Legends, and we'll just keep bouncing back and forth, keep recycling things from videos.
There is just an immense amount of games we could do reviews on, and we would like to get, info on what you guys want us to review as well.
Yeah, I mean, we could sit here and pick the games that we want to do, but if nobody wants to watch the reviews on them because they don't play the game, well, then what's the point of even having the YouTube channel? So, in an email, or get us on Twitter or whatever, it's always looked at constantly just about, and so just let us know what you want to see, and we'll do a thing on it. Now, I do know that we will, at one point, we'll be doing a Fallout 4 video. I'm not exactly sure when we're going to be doing it, but we're actually going to have Star Platts in that video. I really hope it's not his first video with us. His schedule is just so conflicting right now. So it's just really hard to kind of get a hold of him. So that's why he hasn't been in any of these. But in a perfect world, it's going to be myself, Royal, and Starplats doing the videos. It just so happened that the first couple ones, only features 2 of us. But I mean, at least we're still doing the videos, so.
Yeah. I mean, we hope to get our friend on here sooner rather than later.
Yeah, of course.
And hopefully in time we'll be able to bring other friends in as guests and definitely get their point of view on the games we're reviewing.
Yeah, of course. Like, it doesn't even have to be like friends. If there's like somebody who even wants to be a part of it, just let us know. Whether it be for 2 seconds to say hi to your mom, or to tell your friend that he sucks at a video game, or tell an ex-girlfriend you hate her.
You just want to tell us we suck.
Yeah, I mean, or you can just tell us. Yeah, exactly. If you want to get on Skype, and we won't even cut it out too. So that's because we're gentlemen. If we suck, we'll put it in the video. But I do think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. What do you think?
No.
No?
No, I think we're solid.
We're solid? Are we good?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well, it's been a little bit over 40 minutes. We've been kind of rambling for the last, 20 minutes of the video. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it quits here. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at GamersArchiveNA, our new handle. And if you have any feedback, any questions whatsoever, you can shoot us an email at thegamersarchivepodcast@gmail.com. Royal, is there anything you want to add?
Fuck this remastered Skyrim.
TLDR, fuck this remastered Skyrim. I am Dan Emperor Rel, and for myself and Royal, we thank you for watching the podcast, and we'll catch you in the next episode.